Hi guys, it's Vanna here. I'm gonna talk about how I met Austin today. Basically, what happened, like the reason we got to go meet him was because there was a radio contest for 99.7. Basically, I had kind of like given up on meeting celebrities because I kind of thought it was never gonna happen. But then randomly, somebody on Twitter had just met Austin, and so I looked at a picture and I was like, oh my gosh, he's like perfect. I need to meet him. So I looked up days when he's gonna be like in the Bay Area, and the only day really was like the Fresno Fair, which is in October. So I was just kind of like, you know what, whatever. And then that night is when they announced the contest for the meet and greets for Austin. So I was like, whoa, like that's perfect. So I called that night, and I didn't. Think I got through like twice, but I wasn't the right caller. And then the next week, I called like on I think it was Thursday. It was kind of funny because Strawberry, who's the like radio announcer. By the way, my voice is kind of gone because I've been crying so much. Anyway, so he picked up and he was like, "Hello, 99.7." And I was like, "Oh, are you guys still doing the Austin Mahone meet and greet passes?" And he said, "Yep, we're doing them every 15 minutes." So we asked for my name and where I was from. And so I told him, and I thought he was just gonna like give me a shout out or something. But then he was like, "You're meeting Austin Mahone," and I literally just was like, "What? Like, are you serious?" I didn't believe him at first, and then I was like freaking out. And then he took down all my information, and then I got the email, and somebody left a voicemail and everything, and so I got all the info. So that's how I won. And so then today was the day of the beautiful, wonderful meet and greet. So we, me and my friend Rebecca, she woke up at 4 because she needed to like shower and get ready longer, and then I woke up at 4:30 in the morning. Yes. And we left Sunnyvale around 5ish, and we got there like it was just before 6. It was like 5:50 something, and we got to the station. We were literally the only ones there, so we're like, okay, sweet, we're gonna be first. And then so I walked inside to the station because I didn't want to stand outside because it was freezing. So I walked inside and I asked if we could just sit inside and chill out so that we weren't like freezing our butts off outside. And so he let us sit in there for a while, and literally nobody showed up for like another hour. So we were the first people for an hour, which was kind of ridiculous. Then eventually a couple more people came. There was only like, I don't know, like 7 people-ish that came. So then the security guard called up like the manager, I guess, and asked what she was like supposed to do with all of the girls that were showing up. And so he told us to go to a different entrance, which was just kind of like one building over. So he told us to go, or yeah, the security guard told us to go over to that one and line up. So we lined up in a single file line, and then all the radio people came like an hour later. So it was like 8 something now, and like all the radio people came. People were taking pictures of us and videos of our posters, and a lot of people, including like Austin's film crew, like for like Awesomeness TV and his like takeovers, um, they came over and they asked us, "How long have you been here?" And we said that we got there at 5:45, and Strawberry was like, "Shut your face!" And it was so funny because he was like freaking out. He didn't believe us, but yeah. So after all the pictures and videos, then it was like it was not quite 9, but it wasn't. It was like 8:40 ish, 8:45 maybe. And so then they started letting people in, and they let in the first 10 people, and we got to go upstairs, and they told us like all the rules, like no pictures with your phones, you can't take autographs, which I think is really dumb. They lined us up and they told us that what they're going to do for the first couple groups is that they could go in groups of 2, but then if it started getting crazy, then they would make groups of 4 so that it would just take a lot less time. And then they're like, okay, so we're going to take the first 4 people, and you're going to go to this hallway, which was like right outside of where the meet and greet room was. And so they took us into the hallway, and then after about 2 minutes of standing there, and they're like, okay, go. And I was like, where? But I said it like really loud by accident because I was really confused, and I was like, where? And then I looked at, like, I took a step forward, and Austin was staring right at me, and he was just like, he like smirked, and I was just like, awkward. And I really don't know if I said anything. I kind of like blanked out that little section because it was like, oh my gosh, he's right there. So then I walked up to him, and my friend Becca, I don't think I said anything at this point. I think I was just too starstruck, which is awkward. But Becca walked in with a poster which said Austin, will you go to junior prom with me? Or it just said junior prom, but yeah. And then she was like, Austin, will you go to prom with me? And he said, sure. And then he's like, I really like your poster. Yeah. And then she gave him a present for his birthday, which was 2 months ago today, but she was like, whatever, it's a belated birthday present. So she gave him that, and then she asked for a hug, and he gave her a hug, and then I said, okay, Austin, I have stuff to give you too, but like, I'll give it to you after the picture because I didn't want to just like give him all the stuff and then take a really quick picture or something. So we took the picture, and then I gave him. I had two things. One was a thing that I wrote, which was like 5 reasons why he should be my best friend, and then another thing was what my little sister's friend gave me to give him. So I told him, I was like, okay, so this is from me and this is from my sister's best friend, and then um, he was like, "Oh, thank you." And I said, since he had so much stuff in his hands, because he had like the present from Becca and then like the two things from me, I was like, if you can, or like, do you think you can give me a hug or something like that? I don't know what I said, but and he's like, "Yeah, of course." And he gave me a hug, which it was sad because it was only like a one-arm side hug, and everyone was like, "His hugs are so good," and I'm like, I don't know the feeling, which it's okay. Yeah, and that was it. And then immediately after, me and Becca started bawling our eyes out because we were just so like, can't even believe that just happened. And so then we were kind of walking around just chilling because we wanted to go back after the meet and greet was over and see if we could like see him again and like take selfies with him or something. And so then we were just walking around, and then it was about to be 9:30, so we're like, let's just go back. So we go back, and everyone's like, yeah, it's over. There was like there really wasn't that many girls, and then they were just sitting on the corner where Austin apparently was coming from, I guess. And then we see his like bus thing go by, and he was like waving. And he's like bye, and it was so cute because he was like, I don't know, he was just so like, I don't know, I can't explain it, but like he was waving so intensely, and he looked like he was having like the time of his life. I don't know, it was just really cute. Um, so then after that, he tweeted that he was going to Dallas. Then someone told us that he was actually going to another meet and greet first, and then going to the airport. So the other meet and greet was at the 94.9 station, which was on the other side of San Francisco where we were. So we actually, being as dedicated and crazy as we are, we walked from where we were, which was like, took us like 30 to 35 minutes to walk there. And when we got there, there was actually a couple of people that were also at the meet and greet we were just at. We kind of were talking to them. We're like, so like, how are we gonna try to get in this and see if they'll help us? They kind of made me like their spokesperson because like I guess I knew what I was talking about. So I talked to the guy, and he said, no, we can't do that because there's a guest list and you have to be on the guest list. And I was like, are you sure? He's like, no, I can't do that. And I was just like, okay, fine. And then I said, well, can you at least like let us know when he's gonna be out? And he's like, no, I can't give you guys that information because that's not something I can do. And I was like, it's not like we're gonna attack him. Like it's not that big of a deal, but whatever. So then we figured just find like an entrance, a back entrance where he'll come out because he did that at the other station. And I looked for um a parking garage or like a back entrance or something, and I found one actually. So there was like a parking garage specifically for 94.9 station. After we talked to the guy, and we're like, okay, so yeah, we're just gonna chill here, wait for my dad to come pick us up because we have nothing to do left. So we were just sitting by there, just because maybe in the like 30 minutes it would take for my dad to get there, like maybe we would see Austin come out. I don't know. So while we were waiting there, Dave came out, who's Austin's security guard and like best friend, and like they're like pretty much brothers. So it was kind of funny because we were just sitting there, and then I like looked up and I was like, hey, look, people, and then I was like, wait, oh my gosh, that's Dave. Like, and then his bus was like, it was driving in, and Dave, I guess, had to like get something from the bus or something, and then he went back inside, and me and Becca were just like, holy crap, like what just happened? And yeah, but then after that, we waited a bit longer, and Austin didn't come out, so we figured that it would take too long because we had to get back to school because we actually missed school for this. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It was amazing, and I'll leave the picture at the end of this video so you guys can see it. Yeah, it was freaking amazing. He looks so so good in person. Like his eyes look so much. I thought they were like greener than they are, but they're so blue. Like I can't even handle it. It doesn't even make sense to me. But yeah, that was our day, and it was so much fun, and I cannot wait to meet him again. Oh my gosh, that's gonna be amazing. So yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope it kind of can give you some tips maybe on how to meet him or really any other celebrity. Just be dedicated, and I promise you will meet them. It takes some skill, but you will meet them. Um, so yeah.